say that you have a different attitude this offseason or this spring. What does that mean?
I feel like going into this year, it's a personal year for me. I want to prove all the doubters wrong. I want to go out there and do what I know I can do, and just put a lot of great stuff on tape and play hard for my team.
We saw what you it felt like in the Peach Bowl. You were sort of back to what you expected. I think physically that was the biggest part of that.
Mm-hmm.
To end the year the way you did, was that some validation that this was coming back for you, or how did that feel for you?
It's always been a validation for myself because I know what I can do on the field. I felt like I finished really strong my second half of the season, and I just wanted to finish off strong and then have some momentum going into this year, and that's what I did. So yeah.
Looking back on it, how much did the injury impact you throughout the year?
A lot. I know physically I couldn't do a lot of things. I had the shoulder, had the ankle, the hand, fingers. So I'm healthy this year. Thank God. So God willing, I can just stay healthy all year.
Does that mess with your psyche? You play a physical sport, and you just live with a bunch of different injuries.
It definitely does, because when I'm out, I'm not able to set my foundation. Be able to do my technique, and then going out there and play. I haven't really set my foundation, so a lot of things are off, and then I got to think about some of my injuries. Got to find a way to play, with my injuries. So yeah.
So is there just something to why you're playing better? Because I'm not, thinking about a shoulder being hurt or hand being hurt. I can just play football.
Well, definitely. I feel good. I play even better. So, I'm fully healthy. That plays a big part in the game. I just got to stay at my body weight, continue to take care of my body, and that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, were you ever thinking to yourself, what's going on here, man? I get over one thing, I got another. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, did you feel a little snake bit last year, Denzel, from a physical standpoint?
I went through a roller coaster of emotions last year, but God, it was a plan. God had a plan for me, and I learned a lot last year, and I'm going to use everything to my advantage going into this year. So, yeah.
What do you think what stands out to you about this secondary right now as y'all are practicing now that y'all learned last year from going through last year? You understand? What are you feeling out there this spring about the experience you obtained?
The competition is really high. A lot of guys are balling, playing good, and that just breeds even more competition with the other guys in the unit, and the safeties, the corners, linebackers, everybody. So everybody's playing hard, and we have a chip on our shoulder.
Hey, David Igbinosa, what stood out to you about him so far?
Dog, lengthy, long, really physical, good at the line of scrimmage, and he's a good corner.
Did he fit into the room pretty quickly?
Oh yeah. I feel like the corner room this year is a lot tighter than it has been since I've been here, and that's really cool. And to be a leader and to see that, it's awesome.
What's the difference between like you said, you guys are tighter right now? What was the difference maybe the last couple of years why you weren't as tight?
It's not that we weren't tight. It's just I feel like we have more conversations as a unit. We hang out more outside the building, and just last year it didn't happen.
You guys have just maybe being around each other a little bit more.
Yeah.
A couple seasons now, you're starting to gel a little bit more.
Yeah, no doubt.
Has that been maybe one of the challenges going from getting back to COVID? Lord willing, we're done with it now, but finally protocols are starting to lift with everything.
I wouldn't really say it's a challenge, but you talking about like the bond?
Yeah, like it's been a slow process to open things back up, and there's been a lot of hesitancy, especially in a lot of these athletic departments. Do you think now that it's finally over, that's the reason that you guys are able to connect more outside and inside and do more together?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Denzel, you called it a personal year for you. Do you feel like the same things for Jordan, and do you guys talk about that together to kind of bounce back? Because you both had similar seasons.
Yeah, we honestly push each other to the limits every single day. We want to be able to, prove everybody right. prove everybody wrong. And you know what I mean. But yeah, we honestly just push each other hard every day, and we want the best from each other, and try to get better, 1% better every single day. So, yeah.
What's it like for you being in the same defense 2 years in a row?
Oh, finally got my feet wet. I'm picking Coach No's brain. I kind of know what he's going to pick on certain down and distances, or whatever down it is, and I just know how to work my way in the scheme. So I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable.
It seems like you guys are challenging balls more in terms of getting your hands on balls, and I know that's a big emphasis last year. Corners had no interceptions for this team.
Yeah, that's unacceptable, and we've been touching the ball. We've been touching the rock a lot these past couple of practices, and we just want to lead that momentum going into the season. So that's the plan: touch the rock.
Is that because the speed has increased for being in the system for the second year?
I feel like being in the system for the second year has kind of helped everybody in the room, And, just, Coach Wall, he stresses just strain and effort. If you strain to the ball, you're going to touch it. So, yeah.
Who's had the most impressive pick through 7 practices?
Jair Brown.
What did he do, and who did he pick off?
I don't remember who he picked off, but I remember he's just breaking on curls, and he had an out route. Yeah, he's been going crazy.
Spring game's coming up. This will be your first time to showcase you after recovering from the injury here. What do you look to show Buckeye Nation there, even though it's just a scrimmage?
We just want to show that BIA is back, and we're not home. We're not leaving nothing to chance this year, and really excited.
What didn't Jordan get? You were hurt, but you you were established.
Yeah.
And we had been hearing a lot about Jordan going into the season and then hamstring. What did he get to show last year that the fans would?
He was able to show that he could play. He's part of our family, and we trust him. And this year, I feel like it's really personal for him too. He's just planning on really being healthy and showing up.
Have you noticed anything different? We heard corners and safeties are meeting together a little bit more. Have you noticed anything different because of that change?
I just feel like we're all locked in a lot more. We know the system more, and I feel like BIA we started doing more meetings together with the safeties and the corners. So I feel like everybody's really on the same page.
Obviously, you played a lot your freshman year, but when you guys were hurt, some of the freshmen had to play more than they probably expected last year. How much will that experience help them as they move along?
Most definitely. It helped them get their feet wet, get a feel of a game, the tempo of the game, and being in the shoe in front of all those people, and not being scared.
Was that alarming for you? I mean, that first time going out there?
Oh, most definitely. Minnesota, I was nervous. I remember just me looking around like, this is crazy. But, yeah, it was fun.